Nigeria is a stage whereby so many things is playing on. We have politics, we have economy, and then you have so many things. But today we're going to beam our light on what is happening, particularly, in the aspect of education and then economy. And then today, like always, I have my colleague here with me, Joy Jakada. She's rightly seated here. Happy to have you, on the show.
Always glad to be here. Pleasant afternoon to you and good afternoon to our viewers out there.
It's glad to know that you are with us, and that gives us joy, knowing that you follow this program to know what is happening. And then today is going to be awesome by you giving us your feed on what we are going to be discussing. So just do well and join us on Facebook and YouTube at Equa Television, so that we'll just do this conversation today together, and then to see where we're getting it right and where we're not getting it right, so that we'll provide solution for the betterment of this country. Talking about UK coming out with the new policy that will ban mostly, let's say, Nigerians and other nationals from bringing their families over to UK because of their studies.
Well, if you ask me, I will tell you that I think this UK immigration policy is coming up because of the number of immigrants that have skyrocketed. I think the UK government have talked about the fact that they have about a million number of immigrants, and this is because of the explosion in the number of immigrants. And they said most of these people are piggybacking on the students who have the visa. And then in the same report, students brought about us as at 2019 135,788 family members just last year, and this is 9 times more than in 2019. And they said last year 59,000 Nigerian students brought over 60,000 relatives, and there is need to get a grip out of these numbers because of the increase. And that is why I think UK is thinking of of this new immigration policy that might see to master's students and then other postgraduate students not coming in with their relatives, even though those at PhD level are excluded because of the fact that their courses are like 3 to 5 years. And then those that are skilled, I think they won't be deprived or from staying back, because of course, you are going to be adding value to the country. And there has been a lot of reports by the UK, like I said earlier on the skyrocketed number of about 1 million. And that is why Tony MPS was asking the Prime Minister, talking about Rishi Sunak, to get a grip on the numbers. And then to do that, that is what Nigerians and every other foreign student are expecting this week, an announcement on how they are going to do that, because there is need, as far as they are concerned, to reduce, to get a grip of this number. And the announcement is expected either tomorrow or next about how they are going about with this new immigration policy. And like I always maintain, if our educational system was functional, if everything was conducive, if we took education like so serious and prioritize it, I don't think we'll be thinking of, oh, so what happened, what's the fate of those Nigerian students or their relatives or their families and all of that. Every nation will want to have a control over their population and all. And imagine over 135,000 like additional immigrants. You can see that just Nigerians alone, 59,000 students are bringing about over 60,000 relatives to stay with them. And most times when it comes to foreign education, people bank on their student visa to bring others, which is obtainable. But this for the UK is constituting like high population, and no wonder they need to control it. And for Nigerians, like I would say, if our educational system was functional, if we had everything in place, if we had prioritized education, then we'll not be thinking of going out to study. Look at just recently the talk about restriction of doctors was all over the media. And if we have our system working, we will not be thinking of, oh, our nurses are going, our doctors are going. It was today that resident doctors resume back to work. It is either strike, warning strike, and all of that. Educational system, at some point, the higher institution, you see 9 months of strike. It's something that some refer to as an annual event, more like becoming a quarterly event at every point. Currently, as we speak, at the primary school level, we have teachers going on strike. So you begin to ask yourself, people that have the means will tell you that why would I keep my children here? Why would I be here when I can afford a better education elsewhere? And that is why they always travel out to school. Some people will tell you, when you stay here to study 4-year course, you might be 4 years course, you might be spending like 8 years. And then if I go out there within 3-4 years, I'm done, and all of that. So I think we can make our own educational system better. When we make it better, it will save us the stress of it will even help increase our GDP. Most times when we keep going out to study, we are increasing the GDP of those things. If you are told how much Nigerians spend on education outside of this country, you will be wowed. So I think we can make our own educational system attractive. We can make things work, so that we don't have to be going back and forth. It is their nation, and they have every right to come up with any policy that they wish to. So anybody thinking of studying out there must adhere to the restriction. Well, we look forward to when the announcement is going to be made.
Yeah, I agree with you. The number is really alarming, because in 7 years, 128,770 Nigerian students moved to the UK. That's in 7 years. And when you look at this number and then you see the number of people that are going out, you find out possibly there are Nigerians that are supposed to add, to the workforce of this country, but you seeing them going out. If you look at them like going out backing on someone's student visa, that's where the point is. I'm even looking at it from that point. Somebody from the family has to obtain a study visa, then the family now we back on it for them to migrate to another country. I don't think that is really speaking well. And then, like you rightly said, what is it if every sector in Nigeria is working? You can't see people moving, in the name of looking for a greener pasture, because all of them going, following those studying there. It's not that they are going to study too. Some of them are just banking on that so that they will have something doing that is better, that they have guarantee, and then
Solomon, a lot of people travel out not because they have something doing, but they feel, oh, I might have better opportunity out there, so why not go? But they have a system that is working and will not accommodate anybody that will not add value to their system. And that's why even for the PhD that are excluded, that might be excluded from that immigration policy, if you are skilled, it's clearly stated, because as far as they are concerned, you are going to be adding value to their nation. And that's why we keep emphasizing, if we don't make things work here, you japa out, you still japa and come back. If you don't want to come back, they will bring you back. So let's ensure that we have a system that works and works for everyone.
I agree with you. Now we are making history. Nigeria is having one of the biggest or largest, in world ranking. Number 7. The Dangote refinery that was commissioned today by President Muhammadu Buhari, I think is a history. Well,
it's history, and for some, a lot of people are already applauding Dangote for that bold step. The commission took place today, and a lot of some African presidents graced the occasion. And when you look at that, the likes of the president of Togo was present, that of Senegal was also present, the president of Niger Republic was also present, and that of Chad was also present. And then this project is like about 650,000 barrels that is to produce about 650,000 barrels per day. Dangote refinery, and is located in Lekki Free Zone near Lagos. The pipeline infrastructure at the refinery is said to be the largest in the world, with 1,100 kilometers, and will handle 3 billion standard. So, like for some people, like I said earlier, a lot of people are celebrating, like you said, it is history, because when you look at the cost, like Nigerians have talked over time, we go out there to refine our product before we bring it back, and we have the oil, but yet we buy it like it's expensive here. Other people that don't produce it, like, they enjoy some of these products. So why can't we have refineries across the country, like different states? It's not like we don't have, but they are not really functional. These refineries, they are just dormant. Year in, year out, money is being spent. Billions of naira is being allocated for either they'll tell you innovation or whatsoever. At the end of the day, not even a barrel is being produced from some of these refineries. Like, people are paid salaries, people are there, but yet there is nothing. We keep taking our oil out before we bring it out back and all of that. But for this Dangote refinery that is commissioned today, like, would cease to produce 650,000 barrels per day. I think it's a good one. And some people have anchored on the fact that this is going to bring about opportunities for Nigeria, ranging from the fact that you are going to be saving costs, and then you are going to be getting billions are going to be saved, and then you are also going to be getting billions from those that might be exporting from Nigeria and all of that. There's also the fact that it's going to open job opportunities for a lot of Nigeria. Recall that for 2023, the what do they call it? The subsidy of fuel is to last for 6 months. And then just at the point where Nigerians are thinking of the removal, and we're having the Dangote refinery being commissioned. Even though some people are expressing some kind of doubt and no confidence in the fact that why would it be that one man, like the economy, more like the economy of a nation, being left to just one person, and you begin to ask questions that, like, oh, the country would have done something. You get, we have refineries cut across the state. What happened? Reviving them, making them functional, and all. But, well, it's a welcome development. Like you said, history has been made, one of the biggest in the world, and no wonder we have the presence.
Number 7 in the world, number 1 in Africa.
You see, and that's why we have some of the presidents from African countries gracing these events. A lot of people are talking about it right now as we speak, and this is because of the fact that Nigeria as a nation have spent a lot in terms of taking oil out, refining it, and then we've had issues of embezzlement, stealing, corruption all along the way. But with this now, I think it's a good one.
Yeah, and you know, you touch a very vital point, you know, when people out there are talking about, you know, that this critical sector, you know, that even the government is one of our major source of income, you know, is a number one contributing to our sector to our GDP. You know, you talk about the oil sector, and then now is more like is in the hand of one person. But you see, I look at it this way: if one person will wake up today and say this thing is possible, and he's ready to make history, you know, being putting a facility like this, which is let's say, when you talk about the technology behind it, you know, is world class, because looking at the refinery, Dangote refinery is one of the best. Like we speak now, you know, today is being commissioned, and then this one is coming from a single person, and then you look at yourself as a nation, and then you have a refinery, you know, in Kaduna, you have a refinery in Port Harcourt, you know, just to mention but a few, and this refineries have been lying down, and then you see budget year in year out. I beg your pardon. People are the government is zapping money, you know, out of our budget, you know, in the name of trying to revive this refinery, and then up to today, you know, and then you begin to ask yourself, is it that we don't have a political will to drive that, you know? And that is why people will say it is better that this refinery should just be concession, and then some people are with the opinion, no, you can't just take everything and leave it to the private sector. The government should be involved. And looking at that, yes, we know Nigerians are willing. Nigerians are zealous. Nigerians are hardworking. When they want to do something, they are always determined. And Dangote just proven that. He has just proven that to us, you know. And then this is something that government can do. And we are hoping, just imagine that all these refineries are up. Talk about the inflows of dollars that will be coming in for people to just come and then take this oil out, you know. Just imagine only Africa, African countries that we will feed, not even Europe and Asia. You understand? That will help a lot, you know, in adding to our GDP. But
just imagine that this Dangote refinery and then that has been commissioned together with State's refinery like that being rehabilitated, like do you know how that we will become like the hub that every other nation will come to? Now, like a lot of people are already applauding this because of the fact that it's going to bring an end to fuel importation. And all of that. And it's also worthy to note that the refinery is going to produce like Euro V quality gasoline and diesel. And as well as jet fuel and polypropylene. And then the management of Dangote Refinery also said that the design complies with World Bank, like US, EPA, European emission norms, and the Department of Petroleum Resources. All these have confirmed and that this is like a standard refinery. And that is why I'm saying that if states refineries are being rehabilitated, with this will become hub. It will save the country a lot. Most of the times it's lack of political will, like you said earlier on, but if we'll put our heart to service, we'll put our heart to prioritizing the needs of the people, if patriotism is at the forefront, then we'll think about Nigeria and not looking at personal interest.
I agree. I agree with you, Judge. Thank you so much. You know, time is not really on our side, but thank you for putting your thought in what we were discussing today. And for the viewer there, we want to appreciate you for staying with us. We'll do this tomorrow, same station, same time. So just connect with us as we continue to look at issues, you know, around the country, and then applaud those that our leaders that are doing well, you know, commend those sectors that are really working, and then prefer solutions to areas whereby we are lacking, so that we'll move forward in this 21st century. Thank you so much, and God bless you.